गंधार्विक गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जाय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जाय। नित्यानंद विष्णु विष्णुपार अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जय। नित्यानंद विष्णु विष्णुपार अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जय। Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupara Shuddharashita Shishmar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupara Shuddharashita Shishmar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupara Shuddharashita Shishmar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosai Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Shila Goraksharas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Shila Saccidānanda Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Shila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupanu Guru Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhattadasa Raghunath Shad Gosai Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai. Nāmāparādha Śrīla Haridas Ṭhākura Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल ब्रजमंडल मथुर वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदात गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योगमाया की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। श्री हरिनाम चिंतामणि की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय। जय श्रीमद् भक्ति सुहृद अकिंचन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। तृतीय शुभ तिरुभाव तिथि की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्रीनिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। Hare Krishna. We'll do the Mangala Charan and then start. Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Vidito Gaudiya Gaurvanvaye Bhato Bhanuriva Prabhata Gagane Yogora Sankirtanaya Maya Varatimingilo Daragatan Udhritya Jivaniman Krishna Prema Sudabdikahana Sukang Pradat Prabhung Tang Bhaje Vande Bhakti Vinodam Shri Gaura Shakti Swarupakam Bhakti Shastragya Samrajam Radharasa Sudhanidhim Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Saccidānanda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Vrishabhanusutan Vitavamatanum Yamuna Tatanagarananda Sutam Murali Kalagita Vinoraparang Bhajagodrumakanana Kunjavidum Smara Gaura Gadadhara Kelikalang Bhava Gaura Gadadhara Pakshachara Shrinu Gaura Gadadhara Charukatang Bhaja Godrumakanana Kunja Vidum Tavai Vasmi Na Jivami Tvaya Vina Iti Vigyaya Devi Twang Nayamang Charanantikam Bhaktya Vihina Aparada Lakshai Kshiptashtakama Dittaranga Madhye Kripa Mai Tvam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charanaravindam Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Nitai Mukeshji, Sarveshwari Mataji, Tapas, and Premavati Didi, Ganga Mataji, Prajumna Prabhu, Mantaramurti Mataji, Indira Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji, and all the other devotees watching on YouTube and Facebook, and all the devotees watching in the future. Dandavat Pranams. So we're continuing with our reading of Śrī Harināma-cintāmaṇi. Yesterday we read, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, we read the first half of the fourth chapter, which is on the topic of the first offense to the holy name, the first Nāmāparādha. The majority of Harināma-cintāmaṇi is on the topic of the 10 offenses to the holy name. And so that's what we'll be reading for a while now. Before we begin, let's recite the five verses from Padma Puran on the topic of Nāmāparādha. Okay. So, okay. Satam-nindā namna paramamaparadam vitanute yatha khyatiṃ yatam katamusahate tad vikarham. This is what we're going to be reading today. I didn't get around to making a translation for it, but basically, let's just read this translation. To criticize genuine devotees of Bhagavan, the Sat, is a grievous offense against the name. How can the name tolerate criticism of those who are responsible for spreading its glories? And the Digdarshini Tika says, on account of whom yata means on account of the Sat, of the devotee. Renown, kyatim, it means notoriety, publicity, or attainment by others. U is a sense of lamentation. Oh, how can the name tolerate condemnation of them, the Sat? Indeed, rather, the name cannot bear it. Thus, this is an offense. And because of its prominence, mention of it is first. It's mentioned first because of how important this is. So, Satam-nindā namna paramamaparadham vitanute. Yatha khyātim yatam katam usahate tar vigarham. So Satam-nindā means blasphemy of saintly persons, the Satam. And Namna, of the name, Paramam Aparadham Vitanute. It it manifests, vitanute, it manifests the greatest, paramam, the greatest aparad, offense, namna, of the name. What does? Satam-nindā. And then, okay, here in this word for word, it says that yata means since or because. Because why is Harinam so this might not be a perfect explanation, but anyways, what's the reason why is this the greatest offense to the holy name? Yata, because kyatim yatam, the Harinam, it's kyatim means his glory. It's glory. Yatam means what's yatam here? Who attained or achieved. So those people who spread Harinam, from which Harinam's glories are spread around, he attains that, his name being spread around. So those who do that. So katam, how, and u is like an exclamation, like, oh God, like, oh. It's a right in the commentary of the Digdarshini Tika. What did it say? It says. U is in the sense, it's an exclamation in the sense of lamentation. So, U sahate. So, katam, how sahate, tolerate, tad vigarham. And vigarham means abominable, reprehensible, like that. And tat refers to this satam-nindā, this criticism of sadhus. So, how can the name tolerate sahate, tad vigarham, that abominable act of criticizing sadhus? So, Satam-nindā namna paramamaparadam vitanute yatha kyatim yatam katamusahate tadvigarhan. Okay, now we'll recite the next verses. I'm not going to explain them because we'll go through them once we get to the next chapters. But Shivasya Shri Vishnurya iha gunanama disakalam Dhiya bhinnam pashyet sakhalu harinama hitakara. One who considers the name, qualities, and other attributes of Shiva as independent, as bhinnam of the name, qualities, and other attributes of Bhagavan Vishnu, displeases the name. And also, Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura explains that this also means to see difference between the name and the possessor of the name, Nam and Nami. So two meanings of that. Guroravagya Shruti Shastra Nindanam Tathartavado Harinam Nikalpanam Namno Baladyasya Hipapa Buddhir Navidyate Tasya Yamarhi Shuddhi. Okay, so to disrespect one's spiritual teacher, Gurur Avagya, to criticize the Vedic scriptures, Shruti Shastra Nindanam, to consider the scriptural praises of the name as mere commendations, or like to be an exaggeration, right? So tatartavadho, and to ascribe one's own imaginary meaning to the name, these are all offenses. That's harinamni kalpanam. And just one thing on this, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, usually we like when we see the 10 offenses, we see these as two separate things. To consider the praises of the name to be exaggeration, and Harinamni Kalpanam to think the glories of the holy name to be imaginary, or to make your own imaginary interpretations of the name, mundane. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur takes this all to be one offense. He groups these together. He groups this all as one offense. He doesn't separate them. And then the ninth offense, then he says the ninth offense is inattentiveness while chanting. Yeah. Okay. So namno baladyasya hipapabudir navidyate tasya yamar hishuddhihi. So for one who intentionally commits sins on the strength of the name, the means of purification through rules simply does not exist. Okay, now the eighth offense. Dharma vrata tyaga hutadi sarva shubha kriya samyam apik pramada ashadadhane vimukhe pyashrinvati yaschopadesha shiva nāmāparādha. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, so here's a translation. It is an offense to equate the holy name with all the other pious works recommended in the scripture, such as prescribed duties, vows, renunciation, and sacrifices. But Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur takes this word, pramada, to be its own thing. And he says that this pramada means inattentiveness while chanting. Yes. We'll become a lot more clear on this as we go through this program. But yeah, I just thought it was really neat. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's unique way of categorizing the 10 offenses, which is different from what we're used to. Shrutvapi namamahatmyam ya pritirahito dhamma ahang mamadi paramo namni sopyaparadakrit. A person of low character, who in spite of hearing the glories of the name, remains devoid of affection for the name, being immersed instead in the conceptions of I and mine in regard to the body, that person is an offender against the name. Okay, so this is all from Padma Puran, Brahmakanda, chapter 25, verses 15 to 18. So now let us begin. Oops, I forgot to open it up. 1 second, let me just make a new window. Where is it? Tags. Harināma-cintāmaṇi. It's not opening up. Sorry, guys, 1 second. Oops, wrong chapter. Hey, where's chapter 4? Sorry, guys. Library. There it is. Okay. Actually, it's probably good if we went through what we read already, just because it's been a couple days. So, Gadadhar Prana Jai, Janava Jivan, Jai Sitanath Shivasari Bhaktajan. The Lord said, Haridas, now explain in detail the offenses to the holy name. Haridas said, Lord, by your potency, I will say whatever you make me say. In the Shastra, it is said that there are 10 types of offenses to the holy name. I greatly fear these offenses. And then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions the 10 offenses. And as you can see, number 4, he says offending, no. Number 5, he says creating imaginary meanings for the holy name when the Shastra has already described the glories and results of the holy name. So that's Arthavada Harinamni Kalpanam. He makes that one thing instead of two things. And then number 9, he says, is being inattentive when chanting the holy name. Pramada. So, okay. So then Srila Haridas Thakur says, Please give me the strength so that I can speak about all these offenses one by one. Criticizing sadhus, considering the various devas to be independent of Krishna, showing disrespect to the Nam Tattva Guru and the Shastra, creating a mundane interpretation of Harinam, or considering the name to be imaginary, performing pop on the strength of the name, giving the holy name to those without Shraddha, and equating Krishna Nam with auspicious material activities. I will now continue to explain these activities. The author of the Puranas, Vyas, states that anyone who is inattentive to these offenses is pramad, is insane. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura explains that this word pramad means inattentiveness also later on. I just looked at the what is it? I think is the 14th chapter. He explains. One who knows the glories of the holy name, but does not worship him, and remains attached to the concept of I and mine, becomes immersed in the world of repeated birth and death. So, Sādhu-nindā pratama-aparādha. Guys, I'm really sorry. This is kind of embarrassing, but I am getting a call of nature. And so we'll take like a 6-minute break or 7-minute break. I'm just gonna go, and then I'm gonna start another stream again. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, there's like 20 people here right now, and but I hope everybody's able to come back. Just yeah, I'll start right away. If anybody's in our Bhaktivinoda Gitidhara WhatsApp group, I will share the link again. For the new YouTube video. Okay, so really sorry. Yeah, you could all chant in the meantime. Yes, you can chant one round. Thanks. Sorry, I should have wanted to. Okay, really, this